Gather up your projects, settle in your favorite spot. It's time to stitch with Sarah at her stitchy Camelot. Let's celebrate each other, this community we've got. It's time to get down to Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my FlossTube channel, where we will discuss and celebrate all things cross-stitch. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and join me
at Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is FlossTube number 83. It is Wednesday, September the 10th, 2025, and I would like to take this moment to welcome each and every one of you to my FlossTube channel. As I do at the beginning of every video, I send love, hugs, and kisses to my husband, Stan, for writing and performing the intro song that you just heard. If you are new to my FlossTube channel, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here, and I hope you will like what you see and that you will subscribe, share, ring the bell, like, and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. For all my returning viewers and subscribers, we're going to have that word problem today. Hello, it is good to see each and every one of you, and I am so glad to be here with some stitching things to share with you today. We have now had 2 weeks since the last video, and Stan and I are home, and we are doing well. And again, thank you for all that you guys did with prayers and well wishes and good thoughts for us to have this time together. So, okay, I have a pretty good bit here to show and discuss, but I wanted to first I wanted to say one thing about comments. I'm just a little behind. I think I got a little off with the hospitalization, and so please know that I will answer your comments. I'm just a tad behind, and I love reading them, and they are so important to the conversation that we continue throughout our journey together. So I will get them there, but I am just a tad behind. I also wanted to thank those of you with your excellent suggestions for attaching hangers to these plastic frames that a lot of us, I think, tend to find in the thrift stores or actually purchase on Amazon. There was the command strips, which I thought was brilliant. There was using E6000 or Gorilla Glue, and I do have both of those, and so likely we'll use those to put the hanger on. So again, you know, we just ask, and you all, with your brilliance, just come forward with so many good ideas, and I thank you for that. So just a little bit of life. Stan and I went and had a quick little visit with Vince and Aria and David and Eva, and I'll run by a couple of pictures. Vince is such a loving little boy, and there is nothing like coming to the door and that little guy running at you and putting his sweet little arms around your neck. Aria didn't run for me. She could have crawled really fast, but she wasn't going to do that towards me. But anyway, by Sunday morning before we left, Aria did let me pick her up and cuddle with her for a moment, and my heart nearly burst. She's getting that little blonde hair, and she's just darling. And again, I salute Eva and David for the wonderful way they're raising their children. This weekend was the second weekend of Vince working on being potty trained, and he was quite successful while we were there. So so that was kind of what we've been doing. We did have a Zoom this past Sunday, Zoom number, I think it was 21. Oh my goodness. I know I say this every time, but it was fabulous. The guest FlossTuber could not make it, but we will have her back. But we had, look at the door opening. I have all my doors open, so I'm sure you're also, oh, that was spooky. Let me just stop and I'll close it. I'll be right back. We had a brilliant taste of fall the last 2 mornings. It has been cool and crisp. And so I've got everything opened up, and I think that you'll probably hear the wind chimes blowing a little bit. But several of you have remarked in the past that you sort of like that sound. So I hope it's not annoying. Anyway, where was I? Zoom. We had 3 FlossTubers that attended that just added so much. Everyone in this group added so much to this Zoom. I ended that Zoom and I literally thought my heart was going to just go boom with all the inspiration and the creativity that I saw. But let's talk. We had 3 FlossTubers. One was Susan of Susan X Stitches, and the extra delight of having her mother there with us. Thomi of Thomi Creates, and I will have her link below. That's Thomi. Don't miss her. She is an artist with fabric, and she has beautiful projects, and she was a delight to meet. And then the third one was Paula of PSS Studio Stitches. I'm gonna, it'll all be down below, but Paula, you were wonderful. And Paula is one of the stitchers who has finished Laura Standish. So, and she has this wonderful FlossTube. So it was just so good. I will not ever, I don't think, stop talking about the dynamic that can happen in these small, intimate groups, which I really want to hold on to the smallness of the groups. But anyway, okay, so based on that, let's jump in to the list that for the Zoom number 22, which would be September 21st from 12 to 2 Pacific Daylight Saving Time. And those will be kbhstitches, hi Karen, Beverly Ingram -M3B, Tammy Carroll 1428, Kathy Hawkins 1841, Barb from soshesewsandquilts, Ruth Cole, Sandiarnold, Kathy Whitman 4306, Nicole Collette, and Liz Florum 6021. So this is a combination of using both the Zoom and the random comment generator and a number generator to fill in the group of 10 from those of you that have filled out the Google form and given me your email. If any of you that I called out today are new and have not filled out the Google form, the link for that will be below, and please go and fill that out. And so I will have your email address and I can send you the link. So our next Zoom call will be, so if we go here, I know we want one, would be October 5th. Is that right? So if that is there, and here, oh, I hate this. Are you seeing the wheels turn in my head? So this will be here. And the next one would be here. So it would be, that just doesn't seem right. Well, doggone it. I'm just going to stop and calculate that out, and I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, My mind is just, anyway, the next Zoom, which will be Zoom number 23, will be on October 5th. So October 5th of, wow, October. Okay, anyway, October 5th, 12 to 2, Pacific Daylight Savings Time. And if you want to be a part of that, please put Zoom in your comment, and I will choose 10 for that next meeting. I had really meant to have all that done before I started today, because it seems to really challenge my mind figuring it out. But anyway, they are every 2 weeks. I do realize that. But you know how when we're stitching and we have a page break and it's just really confusing? Well, when my months change, I'm easily confused. Anyway, okay, so we've got that settled. The Zoom will be October 5th. Please put Zoom in your comment below, and I will choose those. So let's go right now into the winners of our giveaways. So I picked up Pet All the Dogs because I finished it and showed that to you last time. And the winner for Pet All the Dogs, and I'll also run the card across, is Diane McClure 6884. So Diane, please send me your address with the email in the description box below, and I will get this out to you. The second giveaway was from Debbie, who generously donated Strawberry Fields Forever. And the winner of that is Anna Marie Cox-42. So Anna Marie, if you will send me your address, I will get that out to you in the mail. And congratulations, and thank you both and all of you for being a part of my FlossTube channel. So the giveaway this time is going to be, I think this is the last of the incredible group of charts that I'm giving up that were from Veronica. And I always second guess myself every time I say her name, but I'm pretty sure it's Veronica. No, it isn't. It's Virginia. Sorry, Virginia. It is Virginia. That Virginia graciously donated for me to either keep or to give out to you all for giveaways. And this one will be The Long and Winding Road by Blackbird Design. And so if you will use the word road, and I will put that here, that will put you in the hat for a chance to win this gorgeous chart. This is one I haven't stitched, but I do have the chart. So I would love to share this with one of you. So The Long and Winding Road, Blackbird Designs, and use the word road. And Virginia, thank you so much. These V names send me in a tizzy. Anyway, okay, so we did that. Now, I have quite a few things that I do want to go through before we jump into all the stitching part. September is Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month. And this was the cancer that took our dear Jean. And I don't want to let this month go by without giving you the warning signs of ovarian cancer and telling you to always be on the alert. But it's a little thing that I think Jean would approve of that we'll go through those really quick. So ovarian cancer in its early stages generally causes no symptoms, and that's why it is so insidious. Often it isn't found until it has advanced. So these are some general symptoms that can happen that may alert you to that something is going on. And you could have pain in your pelvis or in your abdomen. You can have swelling or bloating, indigestion, nausea, just some general, again, you could see that they're very vague, but GI, gastrointestinal complaints. There can be a fullness that you feel to the abdomen. As with any cancer, there can often be fatigue and loss of appetite, as well as weight loss. And just from my years of working with women, the bloating seems to be a big sign in those cancers that I have diagnosed. I rarely took that complaint. I always took that complaint seriously. And if a woman complained of abdominal bloating, I got an ultrasound just to check. Secondly, the other most common way in my career of working with women was a change in bowel habits, often a constipation that just doesn't seem to get better. So it's okay, you know, to have some constipation and do your prunes and increase your fiber and increase your water intake and your exercise, but don't let it go on and on. Often a tumor can make it difficult to have a bowel movement. And so I just wanted to, you know, talk about that. I have in the past, but I'm doing it today for Jean. And so, you know, I just stuck my little doctor hat on for a minute, but it's a devastating cancer, and I love you all, and I don't want it to happen to any of you. Okay, so in talking about cancers, I brought it up last time that Teresa and Anna of Jersey Girl Stitch Company, they have created a set of pins, and I do have the picture now, and I will show that to you as I'm talking. They run for $25. 100% of that money will be given to the American Cancer Society for breast cancer research. And I think this is a wonderful project and a way to give back. Their family has dealt with a lot of breast cancer. And so if they are available for pre-order now, and I think their plans are to send them out in October, which October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I have a set of the pins that I think are arriving on Saturday. So I encourage you to check their website. I will have that linked below so that you can order those and help breast cancer research. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do, let's do shares now. Okay, let's do shares. There are 3 shares this time. And so let's jump right into them. I have Claire, and Claire has finished 324, which was Works by ABC. She stitched it on a 36 count antique white using 1 strand over 2 threads. And she used, obviously, well, I mean, you could do whatever you want, but she used the called for DMC. And she also attached a photo of a collection of patriotic smalls from Primrose Cottage, Not Forgotten Farm, With Thy Needle and Thread, and October House, which were the designers of this little display. Claire, thank you for sending those. They're beautiful. All your stitching is beautiful. The next piece comes from Desiree, and she sent one of the building blocks, Truth. This was a gift for a friend, and this is by Big Toe Designs. She did it on a 32 count vintage smoky white with classic color works Belsois, and she stitched some little Rhodesian hearts in there, which just make it just stunning. Thank you so much, Desiree. And then Anka from Germany, she just finished Anne Grimshaw, 1818, by the Scarlet Letter. This is a huge piece. It's 350 by 420 stitches. And she worked it on 40 count summer khaki linen from XJU Design. And she used a Versoix black, number 4106. She changed some of the letters and motifs and added the initials of her 3 children. She signed her name, and this year that she finished it, instead of the Anne Grimshaw 1818. And this will be a gift for one of her children. So Anka, thank you for sending this beautiful finished design. I'm always going to put my plug in for you to send your finishes so that I can show them off and share and inspire everyone. I get many comments that people enjoy them so much. So, thank you for sending them. Thank you for enjoying them, and let's keep it up. I'm going to take just a little drink. Okay, so I have a fully finished. I have, and I made something. I have a new start, although I had 2 new starts, but one is secret. And then I want to talk about a stitch along that's happening that's very exciting. I have my whips. I have a little bit of haul and some happy mail. And so we'll dive right in. So I'm going to show my fully finish, which is Her Own Thoughts. And this is by Stitchery, Sarah. And it has just this little sweet fabric on the back. And I used the Petite Chanel in vanilla by Lady Dot Designs. So I'm very happy to have that done. So Sarah gifted the chart to me, and so it's a treasure. Okay, and then I made a project bag because I need some project bags, and I had enough of this fabric. This is fabric from my mother, which makes it really special. I'll be able to make 2 bags and to put some of these new starts in, of which I will show you my new start. I am so excited about this. It is a French Rosé Marie Vallée, and this is by Running with Needles and Scissors. And it is beautiful. I got the called for Gloriana Flamingo, and I think it's just called Flamingo, yeah, by Gloriana. And I am stitching it on a piece of 40 count albarium from Cedar River Designs. And this is my small start. But I just want you, because I always show at the beginning, look at the glory of this silk. Oh, the variegation is so beautiful. So this is what I have accomplished, and I apologize. Not only is there a dangling thread, there is a needle because I have been working on it. But it's got all the subtle variegation, and I love it. It is so delicate and dainty and feminine, and so that is a French Rosé. A lot of people have finished this. I think Kim did the big flower in the middle. I think my friend Steph is stitching this. I have seen a lot of finishes. I think Steph makes. My other new start I'm actually doing on, it's going to be not the first time I've stitched on 46 count, but the first time I've done a piece on 46 count, and I am loving it. So that is my new start. So I think the next thing I want to do is to dive in to this fabulous new stitch along that's happening. And it is Elizabeth Metcalf, 1860. And this is the first design by Rosie of Rosie in the Rockies. Isn't this just stunning? My threads, my floss should arrive today. I ordered those from Lindy Stitches. She uses Classic Colorworks, and then I will do a floss toss and see which fabric I'm going to pull from stash to do that. Now, what is very exciting about this is Kim, Contented Needleworker, has organized a stitch along with the designer, and Susan Stanley, Renee, oh goodness, now I wrote them down so I just wouldn't forget. There's several. April Heirlooms, Laurel from I Am a Stitch Nerd, Krista, the Wildflower Stitcher. Oh, there are a lot. And the if you would like to be a part of the sale, there is a chat thread going. And if you will either contact Kim, Contented Needleworker, or Rosie of Rosie in the Rockies. And Rosie also has a YouTube channel. And of course she is on Instagram, and I will have all that listed below. Rosie has the chart on sale for 10% off in her Etsy store. And again, all that will be listed below. But it is a sweet, sweet, sweet little chart. And I think we're all very excited about doing it. And if you would like to join in, please contact either Rosie or Kim. And you can get in with the chat where we're sharing all the different flosses, the different fabrics that everyone's choosing. It's great fun. So that this was part of my haul that I purchased that I made to get this fabulous chart. So, okay, so that is going to be a new start. So I'm kind of jumping the gun and talking a little bit about plans. Now, so we've got that. Okay. I did have another stitcher that I wanted to call out, and that is Leslie, the Golden Pineapple Stitcher. She is in Utah. She had a lovely first video. And Leslie, I want to tell you, I took you up on your suggestion. This is Dionys. It is a goat milk, and she suggested it because it doesn't make your hands greasy, and I love it. So, and there's several fragrances, but they're all very light and lovely. So, Leslie, thank you for that. And you guys head over. I will have Leslie linked below, and welcome her and subscribe and make her feel welcome as only we can do. All right. I think we've got that done. All right. I think, my goodness gracious, here we go. We're ready to jump into my works in progress. I will show you my book of days so far this month. I am, as I may have discussed last time, I am concentrating primarily on samplers, and then I have 2 whip go pieces, both of which are in my my laundry basket to show you. I am trying to give trying to touch a few samplers and give them at least 5 half days of stitching. So I don't have quite as many whips as I normally do, but let's look at them. Okay, my first one, this is usually a happy hour stitch, and that is the Cotton and Twine box for January 2025, Stitching My Way to Happiness. And I am stitching this on a piece of 32 count linen, which was included with the subscription box, and I'm using the Call for DMC. And I was hoping to have, I know where I can get it, put this behind something white. And so I am getting the happiness in. I did this flower down here, right here. I got that in. And so There's not really much more to it, and I'm very excited because it did come with a hoop that I can frame it, and I will get to try Kat of Catkin and Lily, the hoop butt. I'm very excited to try that. So that is Stitching My Way to Happiness by Stitch Rovia, Emma Congdon. And it was the January Cotton and Twine box. I will have more to say about those with my Happy Mail. Okay, next we have, this was the first of my Whip Go calls, and that was Simple Life by Teresa Kogut. This was a mystery stitch along from her Patreon. And it's been kind of a while back. I think I started this in 2023. I am using a 36 count overcast by Cedar River Linen, and I am using the called for overdyed and DMC. So this is my progress. So what have I done? Well, I know that I have done these 3 flowers. I finished this bird. I put more of the picket fence in. I finished the top part of the house except for the windows. I did this picket fence. And, maybe I'd already done it, but I think I brought this, that is the bottom. And that I brought the bones of that down to the bottom. So isn't this house gorgeous? So that is A Simple Life by Teresa Kogut. And it has a very, very special home in this project bag made by Anne, the Selfish Stitcher. And she stitched this much of it, and she made a project bag. And it's got the vinyl. I don't want to show the chart. And it's using the Teresa Kogut fabric. Oh, I love it. And look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? So that is where my A Simple Life lives. And I was happy with what I got done on it. Technically it's had its 3 days, which is what I do with my Whip Goes, but I may try to give it just a little bit more. I did. Sorry, I didn't put something up. We talk about that. It's so important for us to put things back in their project bags because chaos ensues otherwise. Okay, my next piece is my Thursday Red Sampler piece, and that is a French Fancy by Mama Loves You GB. I am stitching this on a piece of 56 count coffee au lait, and I'm using the Avera Soie Surfine in the number 2644. And this is my progress, so it's coming along. I love it. I just dearly, dearly love it. Pull it up just a little closer. So, I try to do letters and at least, 2 threads on the border. The border is not hard. It's easy to get a rhythm with it. So it actually lives in a project bag that was made by Sarah. I know I've mentioned this before, of Thomi Sarah, but Sarah in her last video has started this chart as well, and she is doing it on, well, I don't know the color, it's a white, but she's doing it with the most gorgeous red, and it is stunning. So go take a look at her progress and her start on a French Fancy. It's beautiful. Okay, my next piece is Baldequin Birdies. So here it is. This is by Modern Folk Embroidery. And it is continuing to be a whip into shape piece that Andrew organized. We are now moving our running and our stitches towards the New York Marathon, which will be in November. And so far, I have kept up. So this is, I'm stitching it on a 25 count Lugana light mushroom, and I'm using the Pirate and Robin threads in Redstone. And the very cool thing is, I am at the bottom. So look, that's as big as it's gonna be. Like my face kinda. Is that not fantastic? So I got the second little bird in down below. And I may move over now and maybe start going down this side, or I'm going to either do that or I'm going to continue across the bottom and then, you know, do the fill in. There's a gorgeous vase of flowers that I'm very excited to do in the center towards the bottom. But that is Baldequin Birdies by Modern Folk Embroidery. Okay, and I do love to work on it. I've been doing it on Saturday. I think I moved it to Friday this week because I was going to be out of town with the grandchildren. And I also, because I was thinking about the grandchildren, I did put some stitches in Forest Friends by Anna X Stitch, and this is going to be the birth announcement sampler for Aria. And I am stitching it on a 32 count Historical Beige by Fabric Flair, although I am using the lighter side, the non-printed side, and I'm using the Call for DMC, and it's going to have some dangling threads because, so I got this this done, and all of this side is complete once I get this butterfly done. So I still have a couple of animals over here, and then I'll go into the wording. It's so sweet. So that is Forest Friends by Anna X Stitch on Etsy. I also worked on Vince's stocking, no, Aria's stocking as well, but my plan is not to show it every time because sometimes you know, the progress looks a little minimal. So, okay, this is my second Whip Go Call, and oh my God, I just love working on it. It's crazy, crazy. It's going to be a lifetime project. And that is A Tisket a Tasket by Rosewood Manor. I got a little turned off when I first started it because the color changes are excruciating. But I sort of see what's happening now that I've stitched enough that I have plans with it, so I know where I'm going and what to do. So this is being stitched on a piece of 36 count Smoky Chimney by XJU Designs, and I'm using the called for overdyed floss. And so this is where I am. This will always have dangling threads. This is the only way I can do it. So I completed this entire piece. I took the border out further. I filled in border here. I started this flower and finished these leaves down here. And it still has more time owed to it. Isn't it beautiful? And if you can see, the modeling in this There is some blue and some gray and some brown, which I just think is perfect. It's not overpowering, but so that is a tisket, a tasket. A lot of stitching, a lot of changing of colors. But so far, I am saying it's worth it. Okay. And it should get a special project bag. Oh, I just pulled this out because I had to. So this is one of my samplers that I wanted to work on, or I decided that I wanted to work on during Sampler September and August. I've worked on samplers for the last 2 months, and that is Sarah Millthorpe by Hands Across the Sea. And I love this. And one of these times I've got to start working on the 1/1. I had it in with the soshesewsandquilts, but it was bulky, and I learned about the 103s and the Swasserfine. I have both now and in the correct color. So I'm probably going. I'll decide which one I want to go with. This is on 36 count, Cream Brulee by Tabby Cat, and I'm using the called for soshesewsandquilts. This was a sampler symposium piece in 2023, and this is my progress. So what did I do? Okay, I finished the entire outline for the house. So I put in the other chimney, and I put in, I'm starting this grid work in here. I came down here, I did a little work on the border down here. And I started putting in these flowers up in here, which are in another color. So what I tend to do is when I have thread left over from anything I'm doing, I find the spot where it goes in the border, and I will try to go over there and put that in. So that's Sarah Millthorpe. And I think I've worked on her 2 days this month, and will probably give her 5 days, 5 half days. And it lives again in a lovely special place, which is a bag that has the panel. And this was made by my dear friend Steph of Late Girl Stitches. Look at that. It is absolutely stunning. I'm so proud of it. So that is Sarah Millthorpe. And what have we got next? I think we're getting close. Oh, this is just so exciting. I said at the end, I think, or towards the end of my last video, that I thought for my 2 threads a day that I would do this piece. Pennsylvania Deer sampler by Shakespeare's Peddler. And I have almost finished it. I am so excited. I'm doing it on a 36 count red cedar by Cedar River Linens. Jody, I love your fabric. And look what I've done. It's almost done. I've got a heart to do here and finish this with the 2 birds. I'm pretty sure you're going to see a finish on this next time. I love it on this fabric so much. I do have a mistake that I can't fix. I'm not going to fix. I'd be starting it over. This is going to come down 1 thread off. Somewhere I got off over here, and all of that was in. before I realized. Anyway, but I don't think you can tell. I don't think you'll be able to tell from a distance. So that's the Pennsylvania Deer Sampler by Shakespeare's Peddler. And I'm using the Accrue, DMC Accrue. Okay. And then finally, this is another one of Sarah Sobi Stitchery, her charts, which is Determined Woman. And I am encouraging you all, and you're tagging me, and I love it to see your finishes. I think this is a beautiful gift for all the determined women that we have in our lives. So I am stitching this on a piece of, this is 37 count Russian tea cake by Legacy. And I am using the Swattage 4636. So this is where I am. So all I have to do is do Y Alcott and another row of these, and I'm done. It's so pretty. So that is Determined Woman. I know a lot of you are stitching these for your daughters or daughter. And I must admit, I think that's a beautiful idea. I haven't really decided. I would need to stitch it 3 times. That might be a little hard. But this is a chart that's easy to stitch. And I will probably stitch it again because there's, like I said, so many determined women in my life. Okay, so those are my works in progress. So I think what I'll do is I need to make some room, and then I will come back with my happy mail and a little bit of what I call fire all around us retail therapy. So I'll be right back. Okay, now let's do, I will do my haul first, my purchases. I'm trying not to use the word haul. It's very hard for me because when I came into FlossTube back in 2020, it seemed to be the most common word for this, but I'm trying to say purchases. But okay, so Mama Loves You GB had a sale in her shop. It's over now, but if you bought 2 charts, at least 2 charts, you got 40% off, and I just couldn't resist. So you always have to have a red chart going. Look at this chart. And Burn Hope is absolutely stunning. I really want to look at it, but it might be something that would work with 56 count or 46, but anyway. And the sky's the limit on the color that you can choose. So, Anne Burnhope, $18.95, Little Blue Swoop. And you know what I'm thinking about, and I think I'm going to do it. I'm starting to accumulate a lot of bird samplers that I really want to do. So I'm going to pick a day, and we've got to have Bird Day because otherwise I'm never going to get these done. I mean, I got Eddie and Patsy done, but I also have her piece started of Birds of a Feather circled together. I have several. And so I need to, I'm going to have a Bird Day, a dedicated Bird Day. And I want to have a bird going at all times. So that's Little Blue Swoop. I got, because you just have to, Be Not a Dunce. And I thought this would be perfect for Black November sampler stitching. And I got Hannah Atwater, which I have always been very fond of, but I also thought it would be wonderful to have these little different motifs for, you know, needle books, just little pin pillows. But I do love it. So I got those. I got French hen because I finished the other two. I thought I would have the other one, but I didn't get I like to do my hanger beading. It's all cut out and ready to have the felt put on the back. But so this is French hen. So I'll get to start on that. And okay, I was watching Pam and Steph, as I do, and but stitching away, not really looking up, and I heard Pam go, "Sarah from California, look up now." Stitchy spot. And there is certainly, I think, going to be enough room to probably get my name. And although it is not exact, that's okay. My couch is red, so I love that. And this is by October House, Fiber Arts. Well, I had to do it, right? Of course. It would be fun to do, I think, and put on a project bag. So, so I got that and the floss, and I'll show you those in more detail when I start it. So, thank you, Pam, for the little shout out that this was available. All right, and then is that? I think that's all I did. The damage I did, those charts. Well, and then I mentioned, of course, Elizabeth Metcalf, 1860. Okay, so those are the purchases that I made. Then I wanted to take a minute to remind everyone about the Historical Sampler Company, the Magical Gingerbread House Stitch Along, and this is available for pre-order right now. Historical Sampler Company is dealing with all the tariffs, so there will be no surprise charges when they mail to the United States, which I think is very kind of them, and I know a lot of businesses are facing. And the pieces will be emailed to you. The Advent box sold out within 72 hours. So the only thing that is available now is the Stitch Along with the beautiful fabric. Look at the color. And this is a 32 count linen, and the floss, the DMC. And this is, I'm pretty sure, an in-house piece. I'm pretty sure it is. So don't forget about that. And because that will be great fun. There's a Facebook group for the Stitch Alongs, and you can, I will have all that linked below. And they're great fun to follow and watch everyone's progress. Then I received the September Cotton and Twine box, which is fabulous. And the chart is, look at this. This is by Krista Go-Go. It comes with I think it's got both a color and black and white chart. No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just the color chart. Okay. But they're easily read, and then there will be the fabric that I'll show you in a minute. Okay. The linen that I have is here, and the colors are here. This is 32 count linen. You can also get it in a 16 count Aida. So, and they always send you the finishing supplies. So there is the backing fabric to make this into a pillow, as well as the beautiful cording to go around the pillow, which is just fabulous. And you can see how gorgeous that will be. Oh! And if I read everything right, I think that there's going to be a winter, a summer, and a spring by Crochet A Go-Go throughout the year. So with the box, you get your tea, you get a goodie, and you get, look at this little pumpkin. Is that not sweet? Oh, it is so cute. So what they have done, this is the first box. This is available through September 25th. So you have 3 choices now with the subscription service. You can get the full box, which is what I have shown you, with the tea, the goodie, the finishing supplies, chart, floss, fabric, and usually a little goodie. So you can get that, and those run from about 20 pounds. Or you can get the chart, the fabric, and the floss, and those run starting, I think, at 14 pounds. And again, the fabric can either be a 32 count linen or a 16 count Aida. Or if you completely want to pull from stash, like a lot of us do, you can just have the chart emailed to you as a PDF, and that will run from $7. So, and again, they have done all the work and stuff to, there will be no surprise tariffs when your package arrives if mailing to us in the United States. So I continue to hate that everybody's going through this, but it's what's happening. So thank you, Historical Sampler Company, for gifting me these boxes, allowing me to share them with all of you. And who knows? I mean, something might be a giveaway. I don't know. I'm really quite fond of these little foxes, but we'll see. Okay, so I did get a piece of Happy Mail, and from Mary, and Mary has a floss tube that is called a Mary Stitcher, and I will have her linked below. And I got a beautiful little thank you card, and she had purchased a chart for herself, and then she got one, and she sent, that is of a hummingbird. And this is called Zippy's Favorite Flavor, and it's by Dimples. It is quite a project. I would love to know I'm going to finish it. I may not, but this is the, so it does have Krynics. I do think Krynics are the work of the devil. I might be able to figure out a way not to use them. I probably could. Except that their wings, I'm sure it's going in their wings, would be so gorgeous. But anyway, so Mary, I am so touched that you thought of me. And I have asked her to let me know when she starts it. I will see where my life is. And I might just jump in and start it with her. So thank you so much, Mary, for this very thoughtful gift. Okay, I had one thing that I was going to discuss. I think just because of the little trip out of town, I just wasn't organized, and I need to do a little footwork before I launch this. But for a bit, for my giveaways, what I intend to do is to give away a PDF chart from some of these designers that are out of the United States and are facing this mess of a world with tariffs. So I do when I start it, and I should be able to do that next time. That way I don't have to limit the postage to the United States, which I don't like doing. So I plan to reach out to some designers and find the best way that I can pay for a PDF that can then be sent to a winner. And we will try to do that for just a little bit. I think there are some other FlossTubers that may do this as well. It was something that was discussed on a Zoom with a group of fabulous FlossTubers. So that is kind of my plan going forward for a little bit, to try to have you go and look at their charts and see what they have, and then we can give one away anywhere. So those are my thoughts. So if you were new and you liked what you saw, I hope you will subscribe, ring the bell, share, like, and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. We have a fabulous, fabulous group of people and women and men that is a part of our community. I can't speak enough of our community. I want to remind us to love, have compassion, have empathy, be there for people, be a force for good, show kindness. Let's just go out and make things, make our world beautiful the best way we can. So I think that I've covered everything on the table. I certainly hope I have. Oh, well, let's just do the little recap. So please put Zoom in the in your comments if you would like to Zoom on October 5th. Please fill out the Google form. There will be a link for that so that I can have your email for the upcoming Zoom on September 21st. The giveaway is Long and Winding Road, and road will be the key word. So I think we recapped, okay? And so I'm going to ask you to grab your stitching, get comfortable, and stitch what you love. I love each and every one of you to the moon and back. I really, really do. You mean so much to me. So, bye-bye. Until next time.
Vince, what are you eating? What are you eating?
This.
What is it?
Oh.
Is that Nani's granola?
Ninja.
Yeah. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
3.
Go! Let's don't be... Why am I always...